You. This whole time it was you?
Indirectly. I knew these souls existed, I just needed to collect them. I could not collect my host until last, because my existence here was tied to him. As for Fielding and Goffstein, they were sleeping spirits. They needed to be awakened. Something only you could do. So, thank you for that.
Collect? What do you mean by that?
Perhaps that word is not sufficient. Possibly consume, ingest, absorb. I took their energy as part of my own.
What the hell are you doing this for? I pulled you out of the dark. You were free. Why mess that up?
Free. You, of all souls, tell me that I'm free. I am dead. For centuries I have been dead. I was a good spirit guide. I did my duty. And yet did I ever move on? Did I receive any reward? No. I was passed on from host to host, saving spirit after spirit. It became tiresome. Then my last host banished me. I remained there, in the void, alone, forgotten by the universe, until you brought me out.
Yeah, well, we all make mistakes.
But I was still not free. To fully free myself, I needed power, energy. These souls, these poor, misguided souls, were the nearest source I could find.
You need to fix this.
Fix this?
Yes, you can still make this right. Just undo it, please. Bring them back. I'll bring them through the light and we'll just pretend this never happened.
I am sorry. I have not come this far only to turn back now.
And what do you need energy for? What on earth could be worth all this?
Allow me to demonstrate.
Hey!
What the hell are you doing? Ah! Red, you okay? Come on, darling, say something.
Interesting. I wondered if I would have to relearn how to breathe or walk, but it all comes quite naturally. Like putting on a tailored glove.
This isn't happening.
You have spent the last 3 nights ensuring that it did. Denying it won't solve anything.
No, it won't. But since I can't punch you, it's all I got.
Malone, there is no need for this hostility.
No need. You lied to us from day one.
I apologize for the ruse. I admit I have not been completely forthcoming.
No kidding.
Come now, Malone. Nothing has changed. I won't shirk the duty. I have no choice. We will continue to save lost souls. Performing it from this end could be refreshing.
I'm gonna fix this.
I'm afraid it's too late for that.
Like hell.
Sadly, you have no choice.
I work with Red, not with you.
You can think of me as her, if it will help.
Red, fight her. Whatever she's doing, fight her.
She cannot. If her predecessors could not win against me, then she has no hope. Not with the power I now possess.
Predecessors? What are you talking about?
This is not the first time I have attempted this. In the void, I could only reach certain minds, the minds of other bestowers.
Other bestowers? You mean...
The other Blackwell women, yes. But I was too weak, and so were they. I could only control their minds for a few minutes before they broke.
Broke?
I did not expect that would happen, but some good did come of it. I eventually learned the proper approach, and finally I have succeeded.
You're insane. I mean it, Madeline, a stark, raving lunatic. Do you have any idea what you've done?
You dare condemn me, little ghost? Allow a few centuries to pass. Wait until you've been left abandoned in the dark, adrift, terrified. Then you can pass judgment. But until then, I must get to the business of living.
Stay here. We're not done talking. I said stay here! Ah! Hey! Now cut that out.
Do try and keep up.
Hey, Maddie.
Yes, Malone.
Now what?
I will simply live. I will grow old and I will die, like any other soul. And when that happens, perhaps I will move on as intended. It is a slim hope, but after centuries of existence, it is the best I have.
You killed Lauren and Patricia.
I did not. I admit, their mind's rejection of me had unintentional consequences, but there was no malice intended.
Well, that's just Jake, as long as there was no malice. I'm gonna fix this, one way or another.
You honestly believe that?
This might seem strange to you, but yeah. I've always known I was here for a reason, and maybe this is it. To fix what spooks like you screw up.
That is amusing.
Amusing?
Yes. You honestly don't know. No. No, of course you don't.
Of course I don't know what.
You think you are so special? You think you were, what, chosen? You were nothing important, Malone. You were merely the last.
The last what?
The last spirit we saved, before I was banished. I cannot continue the duty, so it was passed on to you.
So throughout this entire series, I've kind of really pumped up the mysteriousness of Joey, and that seemed to be the main attraction of the character, was this mysterious backstory. Who is he? Sadly, the answer revealed is probably a bit underwhelming, and I'm sorry about that. But that was kind of my point, is that he's just an ordinary guy, and always has been. There's nothing real special about him. And in fact, hearing this from Rosa's mouth, I think makes it even more heart-wrenching for Joey, because it's not anyone else telling him, it's Rosa telling him. So, I think that's effective.
What the hell do you mean I was the last spirit you saved?
Honestly, did you think you were different from any other lost soul? The confusion, the fear they all felt, that you felt. It is no wonder you have forgotten.
Doesn't matter. That was then. This is now. And right now, I plan on fixing this. Why are you pacing around?
No reason. I am just enjoying the sensation. It has been a long time since I have felt snow on my face.
That's not your face.
True, I suppose, but no matter. I'm still enjoying it.
You can't go any further, can you?
Whatever do you mean?
You're stuck. You're tied to Michael. Trying to escape it is like hitting a brick wall.
It is a temporary setback, nothing more.
What are you gonna do, lug Michael's body around in a wheelbarrow? I'd like to see that.
Don't be absurd. You know as well as I do, I am bound to his corporeal form for a few days. After that, I will be free.
Ha! Some master plan. All this planning, all this death, and you can't even cross the street.
Only for a day or two. I can wait. I have infinite patience.
Yeah, but does your stomach? You're gonna get hungry.
Any problem has a solution.
What about going to the bathroom? Red drank a lot of coffee.
Perhaps burning Michael's body to ashes, or some kind of cleansing ritual.
Here's an idea. Take a powder, just leave us the hell alone.
Will you let me think?
I can't wait for the cops to show up. A dead priest, and you just around the corner? Bet you never expected to come back to life, only to spend it in jail.
Will you be quiet? Honestly, why you haven't driven your host completely mad is beyond me.
Maybe you didn't mean to kill Lauren and Patricia, but you did kill George Austin.
As a spirit, I hardly think so.
Bull, you're the only one with any motive. I don't know how, but it was you.
Poor Cooper. A weakened soul is such a sad thing. And his mind was so easily controlled. Why, in such a state, he could be told to do anything. Anything at all. And he would do it, with no memory of it. Well, perhaps some residual guilt remained. He has gotten quite agitated since it happened. Fortunately, that is no longer relevant. What are you doing?
You know, Red and I have a bond. We gotta stick together. Where she goes, I go. You might be wearing Red's body, but you ain't her. There's a line in the snow, and you can't cross it. But Rosa Blackwell, she can cross it just fine.
You're hurting me.
Good.
You idiot! Do you have any idea what you just did?
I just evicted you, sister.
No, I will not be trapped in that limbo again.
Tough. You made this mess, now clean it up.
Very well. Just remember, you brought this on yourself.
Red, talk to me.
Joey?
You okay? Careful.
I feel...
You!
Great, like a bad penny.
Dispatch reported a woman ranting to herself in front of a church. I had a feeling it would be you. Care to explain the dead body around the corner?
Corey?
That's Officer Palmer. Now, explain.
No.
Miss Blackwell, I've been patient and cooperative so far.
No.
Stay where you are!
What are you doing?
Was it like this for them?
For who? Red?
I think it's happening.
Huh?
Auntie, my grandmother, it's happening. It's No, it's too much.
Red, stop that. Come on, you're gonna hurt yourself. Jesus, cut it out. Not again, not you, not now. Help, somebody. Anybody.
I did warn you.
No. Huh? Joey? God, I'm tired. You dare condemn me, little ghost? You dare condemn me, little ghost. Allow for a few centuries to pass. And that would be fun to be like, in the void I could only reach certain minds. The minds of other bestowers. I'll show you, Cumbersome. How about a punch in the face? No. That is domestic assault. We don't do that in these games. Come on now, Malone. Surely this...
You do headbutt a cop in the face.
True dat. Well, she is a girl of my own heart.
So when I first set out to design this game, I originally was going to have another game after this. And that game was going to be all about tracking down Madeline and stopping Madeline from whatever she was doing. And the more I thought about it, the more I just didn't think that a game about Madeline could sustain a full game. The idea I had, which was essentially her possessing Rosa, and Rosa having to fight out of her own mind, and Joey having to help her from his end, it didn't feel like a full game. It didn't feel like a full game's worth of stuff. And I would have had to add a lot of padding to it to make it feel like a full game. And I just didn't think I didn't want to do that. So what I did instead, I just took all of that, incorporated it into Blackwell Epiphany, and made one big, powerful game and go out with all guns blazing. So that's what I did. And even though that means Blackwell is finished much sooner, I think it ends much better.
I really, really love painting this section. I love the deep indigo of the background. I love the dark rocks and the way that the bright white light plays off them. I just really liked painting this bit, and the Mystic Diner at the end of Blackwell Convergence is probably the artistic highlight of the entire Blackwell series for me. So being able to use some of the colour scheme there but make it a little darker, make it a little less civilized, was really nice for me. I also really like this point in the story. When Dave revealed this bit to me, I thought, yeah, this is going to be a really nice bit.
The last time I saw Auntie alive, she was wasting away in a hospital bed, gray and gaunt. But now, she looks young. Younger than me, even. I've forgotten how much I've missed her. Yo, emotions in your face.
So Lauren Blackwell in Blackwell Unbound has kind of become a fan favorite, and I'm often asked, is she coming back? And the sad thing is, the actress who played Lauren, her name is Dani Marco, she moved to LA to do real actressy stuff. And I think a big chunk of what made Lauren so appealing was Dani's vocal performance, and I never felt right recasting her. So I was always kind of coy about it, saying, I don't know if she'll be back, maybe, maybe not. But honestly, I never knew. I never knew if she was going to come back or not. And this scene in the void originally was going to be with Jocelyn. And then I saw on Facebook that Dani Marco was going to be in New York for a few weeks. And I just couldn't waste that opportunity. So I emailed her saying, could you come in and record Lauren for a few hours? And she said yes. So I quickly wrote this whole section. Like in a day, I wrote all of this. And Dani came in and recorded the lines. And it was such a pleasure to work with her. So thank you, Dani. It was great working with you again.
I've forgotten how much I've missed her. I've forgotten how much I've missed her.
Hey, figured you'd turn up sooner or later.
Is that really you?
Come here, I saved you a seat.
Where are we?
You asked too many questions. You always did. Sit down, kiddo. We've got nothing but time. Cigarette?
No thanks. I've forgotten how much I've missed her. Auntie?
Yeah, kiddo?
What happened to me? To us?
Don't know. Last I remember, my head hurt really bad. I tried to make it stop, but it just got worse. I might have thrown something?
You did. I was there.
Did I scream?
Yes.
I didn't hurt you, did I?
I hid in the closet.
Ah, good. Smart.
Yeah. We were possessed by this spirit called Madeline. She didn't succeed, but we ended up here, somehow.
Oh.
That's all you can say? Oh?
Does it really matter anymore?
I guess not. You look so young.
Well, I take care of myself.
No, that's not what I mean. When I last saw you, you were over 50, at least.
So I kept on living, huh?
You were alive, if that's what you mean.
Hospital bed. Like Mom.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it was my turn. And now, I guess it's yours.
I've missed you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Why didn't you tell me?
Tell you what?
About Joey? About my family? All of it?
You were 5 years old. You could barely understand how to tie your shoes. And I thought we had more time. But hey, you're here now, and we've got all the time in the world.
Is this where you've been all this time?
Don't know. Don't much care. The view is nice, and I don't have Joey nagging me.
Auntie, you don't seem yourself.
You don't know me at all, kiddo. In this place, I feel more like myself than anywhere I've ever been.
Auntie, is my grandmother here?
She was, but she faded away. I guess it will happen to me soon, and you. But in the meantime, let's enjoy the view.
Huh. Sure is a nice view, isn't it?
Yeah, let's just enjoy it for a while.
Funny.
What?
I thought I might get up.
Why would you want to do that?
I don't know.
Something wrong?
No, I had an idea, but it doesn't seem important.
I know the feeling. Just kick back. Enjoy the light show.
I've forgotten how much I've missed her.
It's like they're reading from a playbook. Constrained, drugged, placed under observation. In a week, they'll move you to another ward. Then they'll poke you full of needles and nod thoughtfully while taking notes. Then they'll move you to a long-term care floor. Keep you drugged, fed, washed. And then, I'll watch you turn gray. I'll watch your skin weather and dry. And then, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's all my fault. I can't blame the universe, or death, or even you. This one's on me. Maybe I deserve it, but you certainly don't. There's gotta be a way to fix this. There has to be. She's still there, physically at least. I don't know what else to do, or say, or anything. Blowing on her isn't gonna do any good.
Oof. Moving noise. That one always makes me laugh.
Because let's face it, I'm nothing. Just a breeze in the wind. So hang on, is breeze in the wind? Isn't the wind a breeze?
Oh, Jesus.
Just a thought.
If you do art for adventure games, at some point in your career, you're probably going to have to draw an Asylum. This is actually the second Asylum I've ever drawn, and I was a little worried about making it too grimy, too dirty. It didn't quite fit in with the rest of the series, I think, but Dave wanted it quite dirty without being too foul and too messed up. So I probably went a little overboard with how dirty it is compared to the rest of the thing, but it is a very, very low point in Rosa's story, so I guess we exaggerated out of necessity.
The padded room might be overkill, but if the drugs ever wear off, better safe than sorry, I guess. This place hasn't changed all that much since the last time I was here. Home sweet home. Looks like an old ventilation system. That thing looks like it's about to fall apart. Just a crutch, probably tossed in here years ago and forgotten about. Huh, this letter is dated several years ago. Just an old closet. They brought Red in on this thing. It's just a file cabinet, probably been here years. Looks like a duty roster for the orderlies. No point in reading it. I'll become very familiar with the staff here after a few years. Oh, this guy. Dr. Donald Quentin, or as I like to call him, Dr. Quack.
Age 34. Height 5 feet 4 inches. Weight 118 pounds. Subject
That thing needs a date with a
assaulted
needle and
police
thread,
officer,
or a
then
fireplace.
herself. When
Some
restrained
kinda
by a team of
abstract
officers, she
thing. No
reacted
idea
so
what it could be.
violently that 2 of them were hospitalized.
Another computer doing something incomprehensible. It's a tray of medical stuff, bandages, scalpels, forceps. I don't want to think what they do with them here.
Deemed a danger to herself and others, she was sedated and brought to this facility. Subject exhibits the same symptoms as other members of her family. Violent behavior, incognizant of surroundings, unresponsive to stimuli. 4 years
It's an
ago,
X-ray of
I
Red's noggin.
advised the subject to submit herself to testing and regular visits.
For this
The
particular
subject
scene, which
declined.
has a very medical purpose, I wanted to give it a slightly different feel to the rest of the halls and rooms in the asylum. So I tried to impose a little bit more of the almost white, light blue colour that you often associate with X-rays and scans and that sort of things in the medical field. And I think it can really help define the function of a room by giving it the right sort of colour.
X-rays of the skull show no abnormalities. Scans of the brain show increased
That
activity
guy was
in
Lauren
the
Blackwell's
parietal
doctor
and
when she was
occipital
here.
lobes.
Did nothing but plug her full of drugs. I guess it's Red's turn now.
They're exhibiting short but regular bursts of intense energy.
No reaction. No surprise there. Nothing could get through that fat head of his.
These findings remain consistent with what we know of her family history.
Unlike the rooms themselves, I really felt that the hallways had to be clean and Spartan, but still creepy and unnerving. And Stanley Kubrick was renowned for using symmetrical, one-point perspective shots when it was really frowned upon in cinema before the time. And it's a really unnerving thing to look at. So for me, in order to make this hallway quite unnerving, I went with that really symmetrical one-point perspective, and I really like how it turned out. It's just a simple little touch, but it suggests some surrealism, some unreality to a place, which I think fits an asylum well.
It's the door to Red's cell. It'll be her home for a while, until they move her to long term anyway. It's the door to another padded cell. More technical crap that I don't know how to use. Jesus, what the hell is going on out there? I don't know what that is, but it can't be good. No point. It's not like I can get very far. Whatever that thing is, I can't reach it from here. It's the elevator. The only way out of here I can see. There's a small keyhole above the button. Guy manning the front desk. He wasn't around the last time I was stuck in this place. One of the few things that's changed around here. He twitched a bit, but not much else. Just an elevator shaft. Can't get out that way.